And we are. I think we are. We possibly are live. So, look, this is the first time we've ever done this kind of thing here on Scuba Radio. Hey, there it is. Welcome. This is our first webinar. I am Greg the Dive Master from Scuba Radio, if you haven't figured that out by this giant billboard behind me. But we do a radio show about scuba diving. If you're not familiar with it, every Saturday worldwide, 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern time. So feel free to join us for that. But this is special. We are doing a special live webinar just for our Facebook friends today, and with our friends from Caradonna and Stuart Coves and our buddy Willie Klein, who's also on the DEMA board of directors. So you can see everybody. We're going to talk to you a little bit about what you can do during this whole coronavirus shutdown thing that is very constructive for diving. Because, we can't really dive right now, unfortunately, but we can plan to dive, and that's what we're going to talk about today. So first off, Doris, welcome. Let me go to you. And why don't you just explain to everybody watching right now what exactly you do at Caradonna Caribbean Caradonna Dive Tours, Dive Adventures.
Hey guys, well, I am one of the agents at Caradonna Dive Adventures, and we sell worldwide dive travel. There is no fee to use our services, and we book all over the world. We book great operators, just like Cove, and we have the knowledge and experience to get you in the right destination for the right amount of money. Whatever you have a budget, just let us know some parameters when you can travel, if you have a budget in mind, and we'll get you diving.
There you go. And Doris, what you guys do, you have a whole room or office full of travel consultants that have been all around the world. They know the diving sites, the destinations backwards and forwards, and they can answer all your questions. Unfortunately, they practice a lot of social distancing all the time, year round, because they're manning.
We're all at home right now.
Yes. So this isn't much new for them. They stand by the phones at Caradonna, and they're waiting there to answer all your questions about where you should do your next dive, where you can go, the easiest places to get to, the best type of, whether it's you want to go dive for whale sharks, manta rays, shark, whatever. They got it covered. They've been there. They've done that. And they're just a wealth of experience in that regard. So obviously you can reach out to them. And right now is a perfect time to do this. And Willie, I know you'll back me up on this, because since we can't really dive because of all this coronavirus nonsense that's driving us, crazy, you might as well make the best of your surface interval and plan for the future, right? What do you think? Willie?
100% correct. I am here because I'm going to be controlling the videos that we're going to see. So you won't see much of me for the rest of this interview, but yes. And so I'm Stuart's controller for his videos. So he's going to direct me as what we want to put on, and let's get this happy hour started.
That's right. It is a happy hour. We're not diving, so we might as well be drinking and talking about diving. Something like that. Now, Stuart Cove, a legend of the dive industry, pioneer. He's in the Bahamas. He's where everybody wants to be right now, let's be honest, but we can't get there because of all this lockdown nonsense. But he is there. He is with us on Facebook Live today. Stuart, how are you, buddy? How you holding up in paradise?
I was going a little bit psychotic after the first week of lockdown, and I called a friend of mine in Australia who is a philosopher, Jilly Symes, and she said, Stuart, you're right where you're supposed to be. And I don't know what she said, but all my stress left me, and I've had the best 3 weeks of my life.
Well, of course. You're hanging in paradise, as you always do, aren't you?
40 years of working every day, of answering the phone, worrying about boats sinking, worried about the weather being bad. I don't have any of those worries. I get up and I don't even check Wind Finder now. It's liberating.
Yes, it is good to be Stuart Cove, as anybody watching right now can plainly see from the backdrop, which is not virtual like mine. You don't want to see what's really behind me, trust me. But in Stuart's case, they're in, Nassau, Paradise Island, right? The same, that neck of the woods in the Bahamas. Obviously, right now, the weather looks great, and it looks very appealing for divers watching right now. But unfortunately, we can't get over there. The Bahamas are shut down like everybody else. But I don't know, what's the latest in that regard there, Stuart? When do you think we're going to be able to get back over there? Do you know?
Well, the virus is going to dictate that. But
Right.
you can here right now. If you go to my blog site, lastmandiving.com, and we have virtual dives. So you put a couple of those $20 goggles on that you get at Walmart, and you can go diving.
Nice.
Very.
Now, for those folks that don't know, I mean, Stuart Cove is pretty much the dive operator to the stars. I mean, you've shot a lot of Hollywood films, Bond films. You got, wreck sites that were used in those films. And I mean, just so many movies, you couldn't even list them all, have been done with the crew there at Stuart Coves. And the reason they go there is because obviously they got some amazing underwater attractions. So being that we can't dive there at the moment, but we hopefully will be able to plan to get out there soon. What can people expect to see if they book a trip out to Stuart Coves in the next, month or two when we finally get the green light? What do you think, Stuart?
Well, diving's going to be fantastic. No one's been diving out here except for me. I go out diving by myself whenever I can. It's just fantastic. We got everything: sharks, walls, wrecks, reefs. The diving's just been phenomenal.
Yeah.
And look at this weather. I mean, as soon as the virus came, the weather got perfect.
Mm-hmm. Of course. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure I'm not alone when I'm watching your scenery behind you and just, I hate you. I hate you right now, Stuart, because I want to be you, which means you're successful. So it's a compliment, backward compliment. Yeah.
Thanks, Greg.
Doris, what do you think? Did you get a lot of questions about diving the Bahamas, or let alone Stuart's place in particular, or what?
We do. And I just wanted to let folks know that we actually have a promo going on with Stuart, and it's 5 nights at the Breezes, which is an all-inclusive property. It's 4 days of diving with Stuart Cove, your round-trip transfers, all your meals, drinks, entertainment, all that kind of stuff. And it's $1,237 per person based on 2 people sharing the rooms. So I know a lot of people are worried about spending a lot of money, not knowing what the future holds and whatnot, but that is a really great package, and flights are very, very cheap right now.
Right.
The U.S. taxes have been taken out of the airline fare. So right now we're booking everything. And if you ticket your airfare, it's locked in. So when those taxes come back, they can't, ask you for them. So it's really a good time to look to the future. And hopefully, I've got my magic 8 ball here. I ask it every day when we're going to get back to work and diving, and it says soon. So hopefully it's
that's scientific. Surely, come on. I think the weather forecasters use those things too, from what I've seen. But yeah.
Well, I do get questions about, should I buy my airfare now or should I wait? And so I'm like, okay, without a doubt, buy it now.
It's always great if you're not diving at that particular moment in time in your life, but at least you have something to look forward to, and that's the kind of situation I think most divers should put themselves in as we speak, is like, look, sure, okay, you can't dive today, may not be able to dive tomorrow, but in a month or 2 from now, when this stuff finally gets past us to a certain extent, or maybe even 6 months down the road, set something up now that you have to look forward to. And then just, call up Stuart on Zoom or something and let him see, show you around on the background and give you, some of these videos and stuff. And it'll just make you that much more of a happy person. I mean, have you been interacting with a lot of your customers in that regard, Stuart, or are they just so sick of seeing you in that setting, they leave you alone?
My customers are worried about me. And I just read an article that island nations tend to be pretty resilient from this virus. Very few cases. And so I think people can feel comfortable coming here or coming to Cayman or Bonaire or any of the other Hawaii, or maybe not Hawaii because that's a big city. But, we're pretty virus proof.
Well, there you go. And there's no corona underwater. We wrote a song about it. It's a whole thing. You have to listen to the show for that. But look, getting over there and getting past this nonsense, that's what it's all about. Like I said, having something to look forward to. And the folks at Caradonna Dive Adventures can definitely help you in that regard, whether it's Doris or any of the other folks there at the organization, they can hook you up, whether it's Stuart's place or anywhere else you want to go. Even though, obviously, as you can see from Stuart's background, he has a lot going on, not to mention all those shark friends of his that we're seeing in the videos today. Guys, I think this is just a little test, a little taste of what people can look forward to. But I think maybe we've inspired a few, or just annoyed a few too. That's very possible. What do you think, Stuart?
Well, that's my specialty, is annoying people.
Right.
I just want to say one thing. Caradonna has been such a great partner that I'm going to sweeten their package.
Yeah.
When it Stuart goes, we have the COVID-19 Wreck Trek Corona special, where you see 4 wrecks on one dive.
4 wrecks,
sharks.
1 dive. That's
Along
pretty
the
sweet. Yeah. And then at the end of the day, they can sit back a Corona, I would imagine, too. You could probably arrange that, couldn't you?
We don't do Corona. We do Click.
Ah, that's right. They got to stick with the Bahamian beer. That wouldn't.
Corona, Mexican beer. And
That'd be like crossing the streams. You don't want to do that. Understood.
No.
No, but good stuff. StuartCoves.com or StuartCove.com. You can go to their website, look up Stuart. He'll respond directly back to you. Probably send you some annoying videos and pictures. They're like, hey, you should be here. Don't let me have all the fun. And then of course, what's that, Stuart? What were you going to say?
I wish they never emailed me.
Yeah, okay. Of course. And then of course, Caradonna Dive Adventures, Caradonna.com. You can go there and check them out. ScubaRadio.com every Saturday, 3 to 5. Join us. Make sure you can call us up, 888-88-SCUBA. We appreciate you checking it out and spending a little time with us today. Hopefully, we inspired you and you can get something to look forward to, whether it's in the Bahamas or anywhere else that they service there at Caradonna. Till then, for the entire gang, Willie Klein included, I guess we'll just wrap it up with this, guys. It's always better down where it's wetter. See ya.
Bye.
Bye, guys.